Welcome to Nerdities. Bitches.
No topic too absurd, no statement too asinine. That's right, Nerdy Jersey's finest coming at you. It's Nerdities. Hi, boys. I'm Mike. Who else there?
I'm Justin.
Ben.
I'm Joe. Eventually we'll have a Kyle. How's everyone's pain levels? Because boy howdy, mine are there.
I haven't slept right in 2 weeks. My heart rate's irregular. I have had stomach virus. It's fun.
I don't know what day it is.
Well, you should. It's Tuesday. That's the only day of the week I remember because we do the fucking podcast on Tuesday.
I just know my phone rang.
It's Valentine's Day on Friday for whatever that means to anybody.
Not much for me.
Doesn't mean shit for Ashley and I. We never celebrate it.
As I mentioned last week, it means I'm going to my cardiologist. That's it. Benny?
Oh, sweet. Well, Megan and I never really do anything. We try to sort of, but we don't make it a big deal. But this year, I was like, oh, what are you doing Friday? And she was like, what are you doing? She like snapped at me like, I don't know. We'll see.
Dipping
Like,
myself in chocolate.
Yeah, like, do you know what day Friday is? And like, yeah, it's Friday. The day after Thursday. But I guess we're going to do something because we want to do something.
We're either going to go out somewhere or I'm going to cook. I definitely see you two as schmaltzy Valentine's Day people. Yeah.
They get each other the newest Disney Hallmark.
No, not like that. Find a Valentine's theme pin.
Look what I got you, love. Oh, thank you, darling.
There it is.
That's a good idea, Mike. Actually,
There it is.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Then Joe's like, am I allowed to touch you this evening? And she's all like, oh, I guess.
You know what? For that idea, when you bang her that night, she's got to call you me at least once. At least once.
On purpose.
On purpose. On purpose.
Ben, what am I looking at?
Why is Goldberg in our screen now?
I don't... That's not Goldberg. He's wearing a Bloodsport t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
Next. That had to have been a Christmas gift.
Well, you lost audio.
No, we lost you.
You muted yourself.
Sorry, my dad gets me the worst gifts ever. He got me this shirt. He's like, oh, I figured you'd like it. I'm like, yeah, I know. I would like it 10 years ago, but it's fine. I'll wear it.
Where's your
Why
green?
are you lying? You love it.
Where's your green
No, I
screen?
love it, but like, what? Look at this asshole. Jerk off.
Chun-Li.
The Kumite one was cool. He got me, but he got me another shirt that's like Santa Claus is coming, and then another bubble. It's like Santa Claus going like this, thought bubble. Santa Claus is coming, and then another one that's just like that's what she said or some stupid shit. And he's like, "Do you want one? It's only $5." And I'm like, if you're getting that and you would like to get me one, I won't tell you not to, but I gotta tell you, I'm not into it. Got me it. What color you want? I don't know, surprising. I got green. Good times. Thanks, Dad.
You could have said no. You should be like, nah, don't worry. It's cool.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, I wanted to see if he'd do it. He has one for himself.
Fucking
and he
call
bought
this
one for
bluff?
himself, so. All three of us have one. All three assholes have a That's What She Said Santa's Coming shirt. Different colors. Like fucking, what is it, Winky, Blinky, and Dot. Assholes. Anyway. How was your Super Bowls? Did you guys win monies?
No, I'm not a 15-year-old.
My kid did.
No.
James won on the half on the $20 board. He won $400.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you shouldn't have seen his little ass fucking bouncing around the living room.
Nice.
I think he was a minute and a half away from winning the third quarter, too.
Yeah.
That game sucked.
Game was
It was
great.
boring.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was boring.
I ain't
great.
seen Chiefs get beat like that since the last time white people came to this country.
I didn't want either team to win. I was in it for the Seal commercial, the Matthew McConaughey commercials.
Fuck you in that Seal commercial, dude.
That Seal commercial was great.
No, it wasn't. It was nightmarish.
That is disturbing.
I had a fever last night. That's the kind of shit I saw.
That's one of those
Bud
commercials.
Light commercial was great.
When it pops on, you're laughing, and the longer it's on, you're like, no, this is wrong. This is the definition of nightmare fuel.
The Bud Light one was good. The cul-de-sac party.
Yeah, Shane Gillis killed it.
That was funny.
It wasn't a great commercial year, though.
No, it wasn't. It's pretty lame.
They haven't been for a long time.
I thought that was better than last year.
My favorite commercial was the hypocrisy commercial. You know, the one with Snoop Dogg and what's his face, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. There's a lot of those.
Oh, that was my least favorite one. How about that?
It's like, oh, fuck.
If you got away with murder, shut up, sit down, sing songs, knock it off.
Little Trumpy cucks. Why you gotta hate, bro? Fuck you. This shit. This is the reason we hate. Get off the fucking TV.
Didn't he like perform for Trump recently?
So like a year ago, he was like, "Fuck Donald Trump," and then he performed at the fucking inauguration.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're whores, dude. It's just like, knock it off.
No integrity.
Oh, what did my handler say I gotta do? Oh, I gotta call out everyone that's voting for Trump. Done. Oh, I gotta do a Trump thing? Alright, I'll sing whatever, dude. Drop it like it's hot. For real.
I didn't care for the halftime show.
I loved it.
I didn't care for it.
Oh, I was out 24-0. I went home.
Halftime
Hung
show
up
was
on
great.
myself. Didn't watch the rest of the game.
Loved it. Loved Sam Jackson as Uncle Sam.
I like Sam Jackson.
That was fucking
Famous
great.
Sam Jackson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam.
Uncle
Yeah.
Sam. That was great.
Made me realize I know nothing about Kendrick Lamar. I can't understand what he's saying while he's rapping. I like not like old man, like, oh, I don't get these kids. Literally,
It's the audio.
Music, the audio
was
was
bad.
overshadowing
Yeah.
his lyrics, so I couldn't understand what the fuck was happening.
I'm gonna lay it down for you though. So he's got this big feud with Drake because he called out Drake and a bunch of other artists being pedophiles.
Established.
For my man to be like calling that shit out, telling Black America to rise up, and then having the audacity to have two of Drake's ex-girlfriends dancing out there while he's dissing them, fucking chef's kiss.
Yeah, like, how much did Serena get paid for that? She's like a mother of two and like remarried. That's fucking weird.
That's how fucked up Drake is, apparently.
I have
My
no idea.
my girl was like, "You want me to what on national television?" Yep.
Well, she's retired, right? She's not playing anymore.
Yeah, she's got tons of money.
Yeah, but like you're always looking for work still. You want to do something, and if you can do something and piss in your ex's eye at the same time,
Yeah.
If I'm her husband, I'd be like, why would you want to do that?
He was probably like, "Yes, do it."
Well, she showed him the check. He's like, oh, go.
oh, that's what you'd want to do that with. Obviously, shit. Yeah. I got the
Like,
kid.
morally, I'd be like, absolutely not. Check. All right, go. Why are you still here?
That level of petty, I'm all about it. I'll bathe in that shit.
Oh, definitely not.
But yeah, I love the ass beating that game was. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm just upset it wasn't a complete blowout. I would have preferred to watch
It would have been awesome if it was.
like 60-0. If that would be the first Super Bowl where one team never scored, I don't think this ever happened, right?
I think back in the day.
You don't see trouncings like that nowadays, though.
Nope, never has been a shutout in the Super Bowl.
Not a shutout, but like just an ass whooping. Like that essentially wasn't. It was 40-3 or 40-6 at one point. Like they were getting shit on, and then it's like, whatchamacallit, prevent defenses and shit like that, and game's over.
Yeah. Well, they obviously just took their feet off the gas at the end. Biggest blowout in Super Bowl history was 1990. The Niners had 55, the Broncos 10. Woo! That's bad.
And Niners are still living on that one. Remember that? Joe Montana before he was a Skechers guy?
Mm-hmm. Sports Talk Joey. Remember Sports Talk Joey?
Then we had Vince Young, and then now we have nothing.
Well, now that that's over.
Yeah, anyway.
We can start paying attention to nerd stuff again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there were some good things that came out of the Super Bowl. It ended. Well, trailers.
Yeah.
No.
Trailers. Yeah.
Trailer.
I thought Captain America. I thought Captain America was already out. I didn't realize it's not out yet.
This week.
Yeah. I hope it makes its way to my television. How long does that take to come out typically on those?
Like legally or plexily?
Yeah.
You'll probably see it within a month on Plex, but like 2.5, 3. Yeah, it's 3 months. Probably Disney Plus.
I can get Nosferatu. I've been able to get it for like a while.
Oh, yeah, I watched that like a month ago on the Plex.
She doesn't want to watch it.
I can understand why she wouldn't want to watch it.
Yeah, we watched. We'll go into reviews later. I watched some shit movie.
Okay, then let's just do casting now.
Okay.
Rumor, Javier Bardem might be Mr. Sinister in the upcoming MCU.
Yeah, fucking like
and
this.
For it. This is strong.
Yeah, I like this.
This is very strong.
Spoiler, I went deep on this one. He's actually just going to play Shigur, a variant from No Country for Old Men. He's going to come with the Chef Boyardee haircut, Canadian tuxedo, and the fucking shotgun. Ooh.
He's never going to wear that Dutch boy again.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine he just enters? Ooh. I should watch that.
I would be happy if he was wearing the whole Mr. Sinister look. Like, the giant tails cape, the full, like, blue outfit, the diamond on his forehead, but he also had the Anton Chigurh haircut. I'd be totally fine with that.
Reminds me of, remember the Berries and Cream elf?
Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
Have him just like his little minion. Yes, Mr. Sinister. Anyway.
Yeah, seems like a great one. Julia Butters, who was she from?
Butters.
Okay, Julia Butters.
Butters.
That's me. I don't know you guys. Maybe playing Kitty Pryde in the MCU. A lot of speculation around the MCU Marvels now.
They say that casting is imminent in this.
It's got to be. They got to be locking people in now. They're about to start filming Secret Wars.
Did they do Cyclops yet?
No. I heard 2 names floated recently.
Can I guess?
Give it a try.
It's got to be that dude from Top Gun.
The dude
He's
from
got the
Hitman?
symmetrical face. Yeah.
They're not throwing his name around. He's a bit too old for my taste. He's in like his mid-30s.
Okay.
I think we need a younger. There's talking. I think his name was Jack Champion, the kid who played. He was in Avatar 2. He was Spider. The kid who wanted to be. Because they're saying Sadie Sink is going to play Jean Grey. Yeah, that one's floating around a lot.
Sadie Stink?
Oh, that's just mean. You don't think she heard that once or twice in school?
No, I don't know her last name. I didn't hear it right.
Sadie Sink.
Sadie Sink.
From Stranger Things.
Okay.
There was another Cyclops thrown around. I don't remember his name, though. I don't think I've actually seen him in anything. The dude who's playing not Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch, wants what's-his-face from Stranger Things to play Wolverine. Jonathan Byers, the kid from...
No.
Yeah. Like, he's got the angst, but he just doesn't have, like, the look.
Maybe Iceman.
I could live with him as
I
Iceman.
could do that.
He's too frail. You're gonna tell me he's gonna? I mean, he could with steroids and shit like that, but he would look weird. Like he's just Jonathan Byers jacked.
Yeah, you got to put a lot of work in.
Like Iceman, he could just show up.
Yeah.
So if they say that, some of these mutant castings are going to be imminent, and we know Doomsday is going to start shooting, and then probably right after that, well, they should just go right into Secret Wars. Are you going to get more mutants?
I don't know. I don't think we're going to get new versions of the mutants. I think we'll be getting all the old. Because they're even talking about, I'm seeing a thing here, Kelsey Grammer might be coming back as Beast again. I mean, you don't use him in the Marvels and not have him come
Right.
back. I think he's
seen
getting
that.
the last hurrah of the old guard. And then fresh start. Right
I've seen
after.
Jackman's name.
Yeah.
Attached.
We'll get all the faces we wanted. We'll probably get Halle Berry, Femke Janssen, Marsden back for something, for small moments. Some of those guys, but then that'll be it. Farewell to thee. Fresh start.
What about Steve the Hare Harrington as Cyclops?
Everything I see him in, I like him more. So,
Yeah, he's got presence.
Yeah. I'd love to see that hair, just 80s style, over the Cyclops goggles.
Oh yeah. No? Why no?
No, I don't like him for it.
Well, I'm always right and you're always wrong, so
That's not how that works.
that's on par.
Not even a little.
That's pretty all right.
What is it?
Who do you like then?
I'm trying to put him
What?
in
Who's
a
your
role.
Sega Dreamcast?
What is for Cyclops? I don't want them.
Yeah.
I don't want them too young.
You don't want them too young.
No, I don't. I want them like early 30s.
So you do like the Hitman guy.
The Hitman guy.
Top Gun dude, I don't know. He's very symmetrical face, very straight teeth.
It was this year, or last
Yeah.
year.
What the
Powell.
fuck is his name? Yeah,
Glenn Powell. No, he's too plain Jane looking.
Well, he just has a symmetrical face and I don't know, put some goggles on him.
The guy is beautiful.
Yeah, he's a pretty guy. It's not my pick.
Scott Summers though.
Because my problem
Valley
is
Boys.
my problem is they're gonna go young and then Wolverine has to be cast older than the rest of that cast,
Oh, yeah.
and it's going to look fucking weird.
But,
Not
does he?
necessarily.
Because he's supposed to be immortal, so you want him young to...
No, he can
Looking
look
young.
younger, but he's not going to look as young as they do.
You need like a mature
And I don't
young
want
guy.
them. I don't want them to do some bullshit where they're like, "Well, this Logan was around in the '60s, and that's when he was born, and then he's only, he's 80, but he's actually 22."
I don't think they're going to do that. That would shit on the idea way too hard.
Then I'll be fucking mad.
Mm.
Rage. Ah.
There's 2 confirmed castings. Morena Baccarin, we all know from Deadpool and Gotham and Firefly and just being an incredible human being, is going to be the sorceress in the Motu movie.
Fuck yeah, she
And
is.
Johannes Hawker, who's been in every fucking thing that it needed someone burly with a beard to die with an axe in his head. He's in Vikings, using Game of Thrones. I was looking at his IMDb. Lemonson or something in Game of Thrones.
It's the Mountain.
He's the Mountain?
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to be Fisto.
Yeah.
Fucking Fisto's going to be
Wait, the guy, the world's strongest man?
Yes.
What the fuck?
You're Bjornside?
Yeah, Thor Bjornsson, yes.
Yeah. Fisto. Yeah.
Good for that guy. Fucking monster.
He's a big dude.
That's not Thor Bjornsson. Johannes Hawker.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
Thor
going for
Bjornsson
it.
was the mountain.
It's not the Mountain. He
Oh,
played
Well, it was the
Glenn.
Mountain. You sure?
Yeah.
What was it, the second mountain? Because I know Bjorn didn't come back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, apparently he's in Brave New World in the new Captain America movie, or he might have been one of the people cast that got recast because he's Copperhead.
Serpent Society that got X'd from.
He might be. He might be one of the ones that replaced the replaced ones. It's like the Seth Rollins crew. But yeah, Fisto. They're doing fucking Fisto.
Fisto!
We're gonna get Stinkor. We're gonna get Claptrap.
Fuck yeah.
We're gonna get Moss Man. I want to see a Moss Man. That's all my casting. Got any casting?
I got castings. Kiernan Shipka and McKenna Grace cast in a new movie called The Nowhere Game. The film follows Karen Grace and Allie Shipka, whose road trip takes a harrowing turn when the two young women are kidnapped by a cold-blooded sadist and thrust into a brutal game of survival. With a short head start, Karen and Allie will be set loose in the forest with limited supplies while being hunted in front of an online audience watching in grim fascination. America. Fuck yeah.
I wonder if this is coming out the exact same time as The Running Man.
Ooh, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Deep Impact Armageddon happening.
And I think that'd be it.
Okay. Last week, we got our first look at Jurassic World Rebirth. I mean, kind of more of the same, but...
Also slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the trailers, the big game trailer that they did before the Super Bowl. We got more Spinosaurs and a better look at weird mutant dinosaur.
I didn't want to like it, but then she looks like she's having a lot of fun. Also, weird mutant dinosaur has me sold.
Yeah. It's a combination like the Xenomorph and the Rancor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a good movie. We know what real dinosaurs look like more now, with feathers and shit, and they weren't that big, and T-Rex is dumb. Remake it, make it realistic.
Well, they've actually given some kind of explanation as to why they did that in the movie to make them look the way people thought dinosaurs would. Even at the time, there was evidence that
they knew.
Feathers, so they're like, all right, we got to engineer them to look the way people want them to. They kind of bring that up in Dominion, I think, where they're like, all right, now we're actually starting to create some that have pure genetics.
Right.
And they have a couple that are feathered. So it was like, all right, it's all like a marketing ploy. It's all to keep everything branded properly.
The one part of the trailer, it was kind of like a double. You had whoever the girl is with the Dilophosaurus, and it's like looks like it's gonna spit, and then there's a part where the T-Rex roars at her. So the T-Rex is supposed to be like sleeping in the bushes. So it's either the Dilophosaurus is spooked by the T-Rex or vice versa. Or I'm intrigued.
There's one thing about it that annoys me, because it's just because they did it in the first book doesn't mean they have to do it in every fucking Jurassic story. Why does there always have to be a kid there?
Yeah.
Every fucking movie, they shoehorn a kid in.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a good actor at least, or is it another shit actor kid who's the producer's nephew?
I don't know. I don't even know who it is, but it's just that we need to manufacture danger, so let's throw a kid in there so you're really scared. Like, we wouldn't be scared that it's a bunch of adults in danger.
Yeah. Did you read about they're going to do the boat scene from the book that they didn't do in the movie?
Yeah, did they say specifically? There was one that they've wanted to get all these years, and I remember, I'd read the book at the time, and after watching the movie, I'm like, why didn't they? That would have been a perfect down moment for them. They just couldn't fit it in. I don't think CGI, they didn't have enough people to work on the CGI to do the pterosaurs at that point.
Awesome.
I
Spielberg directing that?
I want to call them out over the Dilophosaurus in general. Dilophosaurus does not spit venom. FYI.
Yeah, right. Well, raptors also were a foot tall.
Well, they did find, around the time the original movie came out, they found a species of raptor that was closer in size to the ones in the movie, so they felt kind of vindicated, but they were never that big.
No, it was like
They were like-
Utah raptor.
Never was Utah raptor.
That's it.
They would maybe get to the size of a large dog, but never like larger than human size. They had nothing so far that shows them that big.
And the real velociraptor had feathers.
Yeah. Okay.
You said real. Dinosaurs are fake.
But I don't know. It's that one part in the trailer that always gets me is like one of those. Oh, really? Don't say the raptors. The raptors. Come on.
They're the scariest ones, though.
Yeah, but
They're 5'6". They're 6 feet tall.
I want better.
Standing regular, and they hunt in packs like wolves, but better.
But give me better dialogue in setting that up. Don't say the raptors. The raptors.
Joe, there's something you have to understand. Hollywood is not built for new ideas. See Jurassic Park 9.
It is lowest common denominator
But
writing.
here's the thing,
Yeah.
too. You're assuming that fucking clip of that scene is in the actual movie.
This is true too. Like, I don't know. The best raptor scene, even though the movie wasn't great, was the scene in The Lost World where it's overlooking the field and you just see all the raptors closing in on them. Was pretty awesome.
You know, I would agree with you if it wasn't for the dream sequence where Alan wakes up on the plane
Alan.
talking to a raptor. Alan.
Oh God, that was the only movie I ever sat in the first row because it was packed, and oh God, I hated that movie.
I still like
hate
it better
that
than
movie.
Lost World.
At least The Lost World had multiple T-Rexes. That was the big
Lost
saving
World
thing
was
for
a
it.
fucking steaming pile of horse shit.
Yeah. The freaking daughter thing when she did the gymnastics raptor bullshit. Oh,
I bought that. That was the most believable part of the story.
Dude, when the T-Rex is running down the street and two Japanese guys turn and like point and scream, I was sorry, Steven. I'm out.
You did this for the money and the money only because I read The Lost World. Did you read The Lost World, the book?
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah. That was another situation where it's like, oh, we cut so much from the original book. Let's
Yeah.
shoehorn it back into this one. But no. You've got an entire story from the Lost World book. We'll just cut shit out of that. That ended up in Jurassic World 3. In Jurassic Park 3. But, you know, I'll probably still see it in theater because I like explosions and I like dinosaurs.
I like bread and butter.
I love dinos. I love explosions. Meow mix, meow mix. I have nothing to finish that. Thunderbolts. Didn't need a new trailer, but I liked it.
I really liked that trailer.
Again, good song usage. Setting up the story that, yeah, they all know they are not built for this. They're completely outgunned. And the average person doesn't know what's going on here, but for those of us initiated, these schlubs, only 2 of them, 3 of them have superpowers, are about to fight the strongest character in the Marvel Universe. Until Franklin Richards eventually shows up. This is the most dangerous character ever.
Could he kill what's her name character from Secret Invasion, who got injected with all the superpowers from
Yes.
the Avenger? Could the movie just open with him killing her?
He could legitimately do it. I doubt they're going to, even though I do agree. He is powerful enough to kill Wanda. He's powerful enough to kill Captain Marvel. He's unimaginably dangerous. And they've got a bunch of people, yes, who kick and punch. So this is going to be interesting. I think they're going to have to appeal to his sensibilities to stop him. Because if you don't know much about the character, I don't want to spoil too much.
Did you see the was it the Japanese poster? I want to say
Yeah, it is.
with the asterisk, and it said because the Avengers weren't available.
Yeah.
And the Wheaties box poster, priceless.
I'm stoked for that one. I'm pretty stoked for Thunderbolts. See Bucky get his arm freaking stopped, and then you see it on the ground, and he's
Knock the
just lying
fuck
there.
Yeah. I want to know who got tossed out that window. Was that Red Guardian who got thrown out of the window from the top of Avengers? He gets Tony Stark, but he don't have no armor.
I mean, if they're going to do it and not kill a character, he's the one who's going to survive that.
Yeah. Maybe. He gets tossed into a building. Something comes along and they'll figure out a way to save him. But yeah, plenty of peril set up in this thing. I'm really jazzed. And every shot they have of him, I love Alexei. He's just so energetic and stupid. Any other trailers?
No.
Oh, it was a quick one. Let's do reviews then.
Okay, I got one.
Okay, I've got two. One's a game review. It was a few months ago that Sony kind of out of nowhere let everyone know that, yeah, the PSVR 2 could do hand tracking. And it was just added to a game. And the game was pretty cheap. So I bought Waltz of Wizards, which is basically Doctor Strange the game.
Ooh.
And you can use hand gestures to do magic in it. Yeah, you don't need controllers. There's a move, it's one of the first ones they show you, where you do this. It's basically the what do you call it, the devil's horns, but you point your palm inside, and it creates kind of like a slingshot thing, and then you use your other hand to grab it and pull back, and you could shoot energy balls. You could use the force on stuff. You snap your fingers if you're looking at something and it gets drawn to you. It is such a fucking power trip. And there's a talking skeleton head that guides you through the whole thing. It's tremendous. And I've only been in it for a half hour. So happy with it. There's more proof that Sony has not given up on PSVR 2. It's not their prime focus, but it is one of the tentpoles. And they're gonna run with it. I can't wait for them to apply this to more things. It's great. The other thing I watched is Kinda Pregnant.
Oh, how is that?
It's fun. It's Bridesmaids, basically, except the big stress point in that movie is obviously the wedding. The big stress point that drives friends apart and drives people together in other directions is pregnancy. Let's see, I've got it. I'm pretty sure I got it up here in IMDb. One sec. It's Amy Schumer's the lead, and she's great as usual. She has some great, funny, crazy moments. Will Forte is in it as her love interest. Jillian Bell, who is one of those, you don't know her by name, but you've seen her in so much shit. She was in
22 Jump Street.
Yeah. She was, she in The Night Before, that Halloween, that Christmas movie with JGL and Seth Rogen and Mackie. Mm-hmm. She was Rogen's wife.
She was in Workaholics.
Yeah, she's great. She's Amy Schumer's best friend, and Schumer's been obsessed with having a kid since she was young. She's dating Damon Wayans Jr., who's a complete douchebag, and spoiler, they break up in the first act of the movie. But then her friend gets pregnant, and she's jealous of her. She starts to pretend to be pregnant and is pulling this double life thing. Meets someone, becomes friends with her at a pregnant yoga class, and is trying to maintain this fake pregnancy while also holding off her other friend who is actually pregnant. It's one of those ridiculous movies where there's so many characters who are just way too in your face and way too trying to get you involved. That's the only way the plot happens, but it's filled with funny shit. It's definitely got that Bridesmaids vibe, and it's a Happy Madison production, so you see a lot of people from those movies pop up, and everyone does a pretty good job.
Okay.
Totally worth checking out. It's on Netflix now, I believe. Joe, why don't you go?
So, as we all know, this week is the 50th anniversary special of Saturday Night Live. Mm-hmm. I watched on the Peacocks the SNL 50 Years of Music special. It's a 3-hour documentary, and it's not just the music, the musical artists. It's the cast members who brought music into the show, who do their own musical thing. They had Lonely Island they interviewed. Eddie Murphy was talking about, how they got him to do the James Brown thing, and Stevie Wonder. Big thing with Belushi. not just with the Blues Brothers, how that whole thing got started, which I didn't know. That was a last minute thing. They were like, we want to do this Blues Brothers thing, and Lauren's like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Show's 3 minutes short. They did the Blues Brothers. That's how that happened. But
kind of seems like that's inspiration for the movie too, because the whole movie is like, this show's not going to work. This show's not going to work. You're not going to save the orphanage. The show's not going to work. And they get the word out, and the show is a massive hit. And everyone there loves the music.
Belushi did it. I didn't know about this. One of the first punk bands on TV was this punk band Fear, and Belushi got them on Saturday Night Live, and they did they had people pitting, stage diving, the whole thing, and it was one of the first punk bands ever on there. It was crazy, just absolutely crazy. You see Eddie Murphy grab a guitar and was standing on top of a drum set in the background.
Now, I didn't know Belushi was a punk fan, but I'm not shocked by this.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
They did this really cool thing where they took performances and they intermixed it with different other performances, but mixed the songs together, which is really cool. They did it for with the Billy Preston thing, the first one. They did the Paul McCartney at the end. They had
Oh, Paul McCartney died.
No.
Replacement Paul McCartney.
Oh, okay.
They had this thing, cause they went on this whole rant about Kanye being nuts, because he is. Yeah. They did this big thing how Nirvana got on there, and it was such a big deal for Nirvana, for Nirvana to be on Saturday Night Live, and they were saying Kurt was so for it. I recommend it. It was really interesting. I completely just got sucked into it. So yeah, it was good.
That's cool. I'll go. Megan and I watched this movie called The Oddity. Scary thriller movie. Starts off good. Then it's just kind of like they start supernatural-ish, and you're like, ooh, where's this going to go? And then it just kind of ends like it's not really that crazy. Even though there's a supernatural element, you're like, oh, that's kind of stupid.
Okay, I got 2 oddities in here.
2018, I think.
2018, because there's one that's a short. There's a lot of oddities, actually.
Yeah, it's like 2 sisters, they're twins, the husband, yada, yada, yada.
The giant wooden doll.
Yes.
Okay, that one came out last year.
Last year, that's what I said. Yeah, the first, I would say, 45 minutes, hour, pretty scary. And then, as it kind of unfolds, you're like, I wish there was ghosts. I want some demonic spirit or something. I didn't get it. I also finished America Primeval. Season finale is obviously not the best episode. Good episode. Great series. Highly recommended. Has 10 gold stars out of 5 for Vin. So, high marks. Very high marks. Have you watched anything else? No. I'm watching Smallville again as my comfort show. Fucking love that show. That's all.
The wife and I watched You're Cordially Invited.
I keep flicking past that.
It was actually pretty funny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who else is in it? It's Will Ferrell, Reese Witherspoon. The trailer didn't suck me in that much.
It focuses on them. So I have
the
no
focus
clue
is
who the rest-
them. Everybody else is a face or two you've seen pop up somewhere else. Oh, Jack McBraier's in there.
That might get me in there.
He's got a little bit part, but it's very important, and it's pretty fucking hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I thought we both enjoyed it. We remember they dropped the trailer for it a fucking year ago.
Really?
Yes, because I remember seeing it, and then she goes, "Oh, hey, did you see that? There's Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon have a movie on Prime." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Did you see when it comes out?" And she's like, "No." I was like, "Go click on it." She's like, "Next year? What the fuck?" And now we're a full year later.
It's weird. Like, I'm looking at the IMDb. They're the two big names up front. Then a lot of people I've never heard of before. Until you get to, like, Jack McBrayer, a handful of faces, Bobby Moynihan, Wyatt Russell's in it, Peyton Manning. They do that, like, stunt casting stuff. Oh, Anna Jonas.
Oh yeah. There's the Jonas. But yeah, it's pretty good.
So that's all our reviews, eh?
That be the reviews.
I am very, very scant on news this week.
Samesies.
Marvel has officially announced they're going to slow down with Armor Wars. How much fucking slower could they get? Just admit you don't have a story for this thing. Because you're trying to tell us Tony Stark's story with Rhodey. Just make a Rhodey movie. Just make a fucking War Machine movie.
That's all they need to do.
Yeah. Don't make it about Tony.
This is very
Rhodey.
Dragons are coming.
It is. Yeah. I think that's the big problem. They're trying to wrap one person's story around another character, and it doesn't fit. I didn't think it was going to work to begin with. It's the wrong story to try to adapt for Rhodey. It just is. Especially coming off of what he's been through. Yeah. After Secret Invasion, they need to focus on him as an individual, not him taking care of Tony's problems.
I'd like to see him try to get a grip on the time he's lost.
Yeah. Do a primarily character piece where after everything he's been through, he's kind of afraid to hop back in the armor.
Like, they could do it as, like, one of those, like, mini movies, like how they did Werewolf by Night. Give us, like, a, hour 15
miniseries. Something. Maybe if they have a lot of story that they want to spread out.
Well,
if it's a character piece.
It was going to be a series, and then they're like, nah.
Yeah, which tells me they didn't know how to stretch that story around him. They're like, all right, we'll condense it, we'll make it into a movie. And they still didn't know how to condense that story around him. They're sure it would have been great to see him interacting with fucking Hammer again, with a bunch of the characters from Tony's past, but it's Tony's past. Right? Make it a fucking movie about Rhodey. It'll probably be one of the last things he's in as the character. The guy's like 60.
He looks great.
He does look great.
Yeah, he does.
It don't crack.
No.
The only other thing I've got is there is a remake of The Faculty coming.
I saw this. Yeah, that was my reaction to it.
It's going to be a miniseries, isn't it?
I've heard it's a movie. Let me get my facts straight. I saved this image. Damn me. Where is it?
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
On the eve of his feature-length directorial debut, Companion, filmmaker Drew Hancock has announced to be helming a remake of Robert Rodriguez's classic 1988 film, The Faculty. The production company behind the film Barbarian will be backing it.
Nice.
Yeah. They understand how to tell fucked up stories.
Is that Blumhouse?
No, Boulder Light.
Okay.
Yeah, we're now more than 25 years past from The Faculty.
Yeah.
It's at that point where it's kind of acceptable, but that's an underrated classic. That is a fucking gem.
That was great. That was fun back in the day.
Only held back by its CGI and its slightly more practical effects. Still, the tension of it and the
twist.
Yeah, that's what Secret Invasion should have been. that kind of who can you trust deal.
Yeah.
I'd love for them to just re-release it, but yeah, I could see why they'd want to remake it.
Yeah.
It's right.
It's been
Have
that
you guys
long.
heard the rumors about what the Captain America movie is going to lead into?
It's all about adamantium.
Yeah.
I read, I forget what nerd dork I saw on Instagram, made a great point. The Red Hulk dude, he's been experimenting a lot with Hulk juice, and this movie could lead into World War Hulk. Have you seen this? Have you heard this?
They've been throwing that word around for a while.
Does Marvel still have the rights to did they get the rights back from Universal to do a full Hulk movie? That's the thing.
Now, I don't know if that just applies to Bruce Banner Hulk, or if they could do World War Hulks, and it falls under the you can use Bruce Banner / the Incredible Hulk in a movie that's not a Hulk movie. That's not his movie.
His movie, yeah.
That being said, I don't think they want to, because that's as risky as trying to make Civil War, which barely worked because they didn't have enough characters to do the story as big as it was in the comics, and they don't have it set up right. Like, what's the motivation? Like, if you don't know about Civil War, if you don't know about World War Hulk, he comes back from Sakaar. It's basically the story from Thor Ragnarok, except that world was destroyed, and so was his wife and his child. So he comes back to Earth with a fucking raging vengeance. Now, they could do World War Hulks, which was not the Illuminati, the Intelligentsia. A bunch of nerd-ass bad guys creating gamma-powered bastards. But that's like, what's the story there?
And now they introduced his son in that end of She-Hulk.
Yeah, so they're kind of setting it up, or they could kind of be setting up another Young Avenger.
Yeah, that's kind of where I think it is. What do you guys think of Johnny Cage? The picture that got released today.
I thought it was Zac Efron.
You know what? You're not wrong.
No, you're not. It didn't look like Carl Urban.
I go, oh, Zac Efron's playing Johnny Cage. Nice. I totally forgot.
Isn't Johnny Cage kind of blondish?
Dirty blonde, I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it looks good. Like the fake movie poster looked cool.
He can obviously do it. He can obviously pull off that. Like, he can do... I was just rewatching Dredd the other day. Another criminally underrated movie. Much like Affleck, the guy could play the shark in Jaws if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Kind of weird they got a guy his age doing Johnny Cage. I wonder if he's going to be burnt out, like end of his rope.
I would kind of hope his Johnny Cage is towards the end of his career.
A
Yeah.
lot of cigarettes. All right, fuck off, kid. I'm busy.
Yeah.
I don't see Carl Urban pulling off the Split.
That's what stunt doubles are for. And AI.
That's it. And then
Nothing got my stunt team.
Nobody was shocked that the Mortal Kombat 2 logo is the Mortal Kombat 2 logo from the game.
Looks pretty cheap though. It
Yeah,
doesn't look that deep. The one for the first movie looked very detailed, very Hollywood high quality. This one looks fan made and inexpensive.
I don't like the silver.
I kind of like it.
I think it needs a bit more detail.
I like the game, the game where the 2 was like the lightning. It was like that turned into the.
Well, it's not the fucking game, Joe.
What is it? The logo? Mortal Kombat movie logo?
Yeah.
Yeah, they released that in the second.
Did you share that today, or was that?
But the poster, yeah, that was today.
You shared that because I saw it somewhere. I wasn't sure if it was in the group. You definitely shared the Cage.
Oh, the logo. I didn't share the logo.
Okay, I must have seen that on Superhero Hype. I think I saw it on Facebook. Yeah, I'm not in love with it.
So I bet there's going to be a trailer with fucking Captain America or something. They're gonna.
This one?
No.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's odd. It doesn't. It obviously the dragon head looks pretty classic. No. That even looks kind of better.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Not incredibly in love with it.
No.
I don't hate it.
No, they could sharpen it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's awful.
The idea, the structure is interesting. It's cool. It looks a bit rushed. It's not as detailed as I'd like.
You know, the nostalgia thing is like selling hard, so they might be going for that angle first, getting some eyes, and then, you know, drop the hammer with the new one.
Get a better one that ends the trailer. I hope.
Yeah, I know we're gonna get. They're gonna show more new characters in the trailer. I like to see them do like Baraka and like
Noob Say Bop, baby.
that would be pretty awesome.
Want some friendships.
Give me
Babe
some
Allen.
rain.
Did you see Floyd in the newest game?
Mm.
He's a pink ninja. Pink Floyd.
I see.
Yes. That's what they did.
Clever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of stories.
Okay.
Joe, you got stories?
That was the only one I had was the Mortal Kombat
Okay.
thing.
Dave Bautista to lead dystopian sci-fi thriller Dreadnought for John Wick producers Thunder Road. Penned by Joseph Greenberg, the screenplay follows Max Bautista, whose world was devastated when an alien species crash-landed on Earth, unleashing a deadly plague that claimed his wife and much of humanity. In the fragile society that remains, humans have learned to coexist with their extraterrestrial invaders. But for Max, survival isn't enough.
Sick.
He has got 14 upcoming projects
Yeah.
on the
Thanks, your
industry.
boy. What kind of aliens are we talking? Are we talking lizards? Are we talking what is it? Praying mantis looking ones?
Doesn't say.
They better not do praying mantis looking ones. I'm still waiting for District 10.
I'm waiting for fucking Ender's Game 2.
That one's never happening.
I know.
Either is District 10.
Yeah, at this point, it really isn't. We'll get a District 10 anime before we get a live action.
Yeah.
Shit. He is dirty blonde. I just looked at a set photo of the cast from Mortal Kombat 2. Johnny Cage is dirty blonde.
Oh, he's got a good makeup and hair.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him with that good stuff, the Pantene Pro V.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess when I look at he does kind of have a blondish thing going on. Such a weird choice.
Robert Eggers says Werewolf is the darkest film he's ever written by far. Described as a werewolf movie set in 13th century England with dialogue true to the time period. It drops December 25th, 2026.
Or is that going to be like The Witch, where they're going to be talking like backwards?
Yeah, it's shit like that.
Oh, do not know where thigh me go.
No, it wasn't as hard for me to pick up. I figured they were going to be... It was going to sound like Pig Latin, but it wasn't that hard to run with.
Yeah,
Although-
I got it, but I was also like... You can
This is
simplify that.
400 years earlier, so it's a very different English. This one's going to be tricky to follow.
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. Movie 2 is coming to theaters April 3rd, 2026.
Oh, let's go.
I liked the Mario movie. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, Chris Pratt is lit, bro.
Alright, easy. They're making a Magic the Gathering movie show universe.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh?
What took them so long?
I agree. But also, like, every time someone says, we're going to make a movie and tie it into a show, I get real fucking nervous because, like, 95% of the time, the shit never works.
Is it going to be like Yu-Gi-Oh, or is it going to be like the world is the card game?
I believe in the world.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm guessing it's going to be you're following the planeswalkers, which when you're playing Magic, that's what you are. You're not a wizard, you're a planeswalker. And they'll be summoning crazy things around them. Kind of like D&D, but not as party-based.
Yeah.
Yeah. It better be, or else they've completely missed the fucking point of Magic the Gathering.
And Rob Liefeld is officially parting ways with Marvel because he feels that They don't care about him.
He's got a valid point in that they don't take care of the artists and creators that create these stories well enough.
Sure.
Ed Brubaker, as soon as Winter Soldier came out, the points he made that, like, I didn't get any money. I created this fucking character. Not whole cloth, but if it wasn't for my ideas, you wouldn't have this movie. And I got a handshake.
Yeah.
He's not wrong about that. But the fact that they didn't powder his ass at the fucking premiere, sorry, Rob. Sorry. Kevin Feige's a busy man.
Yeah.
I'm sure he got a free Disney Hopper pass and, a free beverage, just one.
Apparently he wasn't invited to the after party.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't invite his wife. Bang it.
That's probably why he goes, just me, she's not coming, and they go,
Hit the fucking bricks, champ.
The wifey and the kids can stay. You. Go learn how to draw feet.
my wife's in there. Lots of guys' wives are in there.
Now that Kyle's back, I can do the last review that I have. Over the weekend, we got together and started our newest D&D campaign, which just happens to be a pro wrestling D&D. EPW kicked off this weekend, and I have to fucking say, it exceeded my expectations. Keith was on a whole fucking new level. Like, this is his thing.
Yeah, if he wouldn't complain about the time as much, it'd be perfect.
Listen, I didn't expect it to run that late either, but it did take a while to do the fucking rolling and shit.
Yeah, but nobody else was like, come on, we gotta go. Like, where do we gotta go?
I mean, I'm always like that in my head.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm not trying to drag my feet.
Yeah, it started to hit a certain point of the night where I was like, I cut like 2 matches off of shows. Because they weren't furthering any storylines, and I was like, I'm fucking tired. But moving forward, now that everything, all the rolling has been done, and everybody's well versed in how it works, we should be able to crank this shit out real quick.
I'm very happy with the tag tournament and how that turned out.
Yeah.
I do have some concerns going forward, but it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, and I think how the night went and which characters were kind of shined for each person, for each player. I kind of feel like the right people wound up as champions after the first show.
Except for the world title.
Wrong. That's totally incorrect.
I wasn't thrilled that the 4 legends that we created as skits were the 4 that made it to the Fatal 4-Way for the world title.
I mean, that was hilarious. Way to give that away right now, but...
Spoilers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty funny. The right man won, though, I think.
Yeah, I won't spoil who became the champion.
Yeah.
He's a genetic freak, though.
But concerns going forward, I think the time thing is a concern. I mean, it's a good point that we're going to be starting earlier. And I think a big problem with the show was that we didn't roll while we were waiting for you to get your stuff together, which slowed us down by a lot.
Yeah, you guys should have just been fucking going along before I even came down.
Yeah. But I mean, I think I have one gameplay concern and one scheduling concern. But I don't know if you want me to delve into that stuff now.
Might as well.
So the scheduling concern is, I guess the idea is we're recording enough individual shows to be able to drop 1 a week, right?
Yes.
Is the idea. So realistically, I think that's a fine goal now. But I think we need to be flexible going forward because I don't think that that's going to be able to hold up realistically.
You of all people, stated when we went over this, you were good to do it once a month. Your words. Your words.
I still believe that. We're going to see if that ends up being, how long that ends up being true for. I still believe that that's true.
Well, he did say concern. He didn't say complete non-starter.
I'm just saying.
And then the other thing, the gameplay concern is a concern I brought up to Justin individually is the ability to, like, I mean, it doesn't matter now because the characters are starting off, but like the ability to fail at like 50% of your rolls, even if you're like a higher level character. So like as your character gains XP, because it's like truly a roll of the dice for like whether a move hits or not.
I mean, it's just like professional wrestling, though. If I'm gonna have a show where it's not just based on your guys' characters, but other characters that are involved, you there's got to be trading wins and losses. You guys can't just get to the point where you're steamrolling everybody.
Does anybody Hulk up? Does anybody have a Hulk up move?
We have special abilities, and some of them do things that you could call hulking up. Like you get a couple of hits in a row unblocked, or a couple of attempts in a row. I have one guy who can... My guy can abandon him and get counted out and still gain the XP from the fight, so I can just punk out of every fight and still power up.
Who used to do that? Was that who the fuck
Every
was it? Was it not? Was that tank guy? We used to just drop guys. The tank guy would punch and then just leave.
Yeah.
So funny.
It is a fun time had.
It was a lot of fun.
Do you have any thoughts on it?
Not much. Justin and I covered it, and the only real concern I had, and it's something we can't change, is that I was thinking maybe we should limit the use of finishers until a certain HP has been reached, like maybe 50% of a person's HP is down, but that would double the length of matches.
Yeah, right. So like, that would, like, stuff like that is like what I'm thinking too. Like how I would like the matches to run versus being able to fit all of the matches into our recording time.
Yeah,
is like a tough balancing act.
Keeping it the way it is made it really unpredictable. The first few matches, I'm like, these are going to go too quick. Like this doesn't feel right. And then some matches were like 5 minutes, 7 minutes or so. Some were done in 2 rolls. The complete randomness of it made it so much fun. There were ones where like, all right, let's get used. Holy shit, the match is over already.
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of fun. That's hilarious that it ended this way. All right, cool.
That's like wrestling.
Yeah. Sometimes there's squashes. Sometimes they take a while. So I didn't expect there to be TKOs, but there were actually a couple of TKOs because it went the distance.
Surprise roll-ups. Like,
yeah.
Those are the funniest ones.
Yeah. I'm going to try a pin right out of the gate. Oh, nat 1. Oh, shit.
But I had a damn good time.
I'm not saying that I'm going to start dressing up in character right away.
As the bottom?
No, as the Intimate Warrior. And maybe Queen Rex.
I do think that was like the one thing that I regret. Is that none of my characters are like over the top or like I didn't really like associate like a funny voice with any of them or anything like that to distinguish them from each other.
Keith's shit. He was the highlight. Billy Hillbilly and the Midgets. Instant t-shirts.
I don't even remember who his female character is.
Chastity Candy.
Alright. Stripper name. That's right.
All right, it's time for food news.
Perfect timing, Kyle.
Love it.
The Harry Potter butterbeer season is upon us. We got Keebler Fudge Stripes butterbeer. We got the Hershey Kisses butterbeer we talked about.
I didn't try them yet, but I saw it like the day after we talked about it. Someone
Yeah,
online
we
was like,
saw
oh,
them.
they're cream filled.
Yeah,
That probably works a lot better.
yeah, we seen them, and I was like, ooh, maybe. And Goldfish butterbeer. Don't worry, there's more butterbeer products to be had. We got Skinny Pop popcorn butterbeer flavor. We got Harry Potter butterbeer scented cosmetics by Orly. Lionel Trains is putting out Harry Potter trains that the smoke smells like fucking butterbeer.
I bet you it's like $5,000 for that train set. That train.
Probably. And the one that got me over here like, ooh, okay, how am I going to get my hands on this one? Pocky is going to have a butterbeer flavor.
Five Below.
I fucking love Pocky.
Wow.
So we now know that butterbeer is the hot honey of 2025.
Yeah. Only a matter of time until there's a butterbeer syrup covering pepperoni pizza. And some schmuck in his basement's like, this is fire, yo.
I hope as many of the butterbeer flavors are as good as the hot honey were. I didn't have a lot of bad hot honey.
It fell off hard for me. I got very tired of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Lil,
Well, I wasn't eating a lot of it, but everything that I tried with it on it, I thought was good.
Banging pizza with hot honey on 37 in Town Server.
there he is.
Has anyone else been watching Shoresy at all?
No.
There's one character that Joe sounds like now. All he says is whenever everything comes up, oh man, that's incredible. Oh, hot honey is so incredible.
Aren't they on vacation or something like that?
They, at the end of season 3, they made good on what they wanted to do, so they're getting all of their prizes. So season 4, I think now, is them. It's the summer in Sudbury, and there's a ridiculous amount of hot women in Sudbury.
Of course.
And all they want to do is go to this weird Sudbury party. That's an orgy. So basically, that's the crux of the season, but there's also a schism happening between them and the gyms.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
the gyms. No.
Yeah.
I like the gym.
The gym's got big league by the boys. They're dealing with that, though. It's all right. I still don't like it as much as Letterkenny. Letterkenny was so much funnier, so much smoother for me.
Yeah.
Little Debbie is dropping the spring line. She got lemon little mini donuts, lemon muffins, spring butterfly cakes, spring party cakes, spring gingerbread, Easter basket cakes, Easter marshmallow puffs, Mother's Day cakes with strawberry flavoring, Mother's Day cakes with lemon flavoring, Easter basket cakes all chocolate, blooming spring brownies, and Nutty Buddy cream pies.
I will not put something in my mouth that's got the word cream pie and nut in the name.
Yeah.
And Buddy.
All 3 parts.
All up in my mouth hole. Hostess has an orange and cream pop cupcake coming. You know,
Hot cupcake?
Didn't they used to have those?
pop. Yes, pop.
Oh. I heard pot cupcake.
No.
Smoke what? I could have swore they put those out in the past.
Maybe.
They had an orange Hostess that
It
was
says-
like the chocolate.
It says limited edition, so probably was a thing at one time.
Be dialing.
Do you guys know the sorbets that come in the half of a fruit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Island Way sorbet. They got 4 new flavors: pomegranate lemon, orange cream, pina colada, and chocolate coconut.
I'm very interested in pomegranate lemon. I love lemon, and I'm pretty into pomegranate. So those two together, that might be better than cherry lemon.
Simply, the juice/tea company, is getting into the healthy soda game with Simply Pop in strawberry, fruit punch, pineapple, mango, lime, and citrus probiotic sodas.
I was trying to remember what the name of that one. They had a Super Bowl commercial where it was people holding up other people's lives while trying to decide what soda to drink. And it's like, just drink a pla pla pla. And I can't remember what the fuck it is. I'm like, I'd like to try a pla pla pla, but it didn't get stuck in my head. So I can't even look around for a pla pla pla.
Duncan Hines and Peeps are collabing on a yellow cake mix and a sunny yellow vanilla frosting. So if like actual Peeps weren't enough for you, now you can make a Peep cake. Reese's Peanut Butter Pie Mini Cups are available at shop.hershey's.com right now and heading to stores soon. Peanut butter pie flavored milk chocolate and peanut butter with crunchy graham flavored cookie pieces.
Didn't expect the graham. I could put it over.
Yeah. Over at the Walmarts, the Rice Krispie Treats ice cream has dropped, and so has the Eggo. But Kellogg's was not done there. They have added Honey Smacks, Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Corn Pops, and Apple Jacks ice creams.
The Apple Jacks has me interested. I've always been a fan.
Dude, I haven't had Apple Jacks in shit.
I'm not gonna lie, Corn Pops ice cream sounds pretty tight.
Dude, I love Corn Pops.
I'd rock that too, but the Apple Jack has me a bit more interested. They hold up, man. I got a box like last year. Childhood.
And the last piece of food news is Ben & Jerry's has got yet another limited batch flavor coming. Chocolate covered strawberry. Strawberry ice cream with a strawberry jam swirl and fudge flakes.
That sounds pretty straightforward. I'm surprised I never did that before.
I'd go for it.
Yeah, I like chocolate covered strawberries.
That sounds pretty dank.
All right, if that is all our news, we shall go to the nerds and the douche. My douche this week is my insurance company. I don't know if I've let the world at large know it, but
Let me know.
I'm about to be like a dog pissing razor blade soon. I've got kidney stones, probably brought that up in the past, and they are on the move. So I decided to go to urgent care. Since I've already gone to the emergency room in the past and I can't afford that, an urgent care could do the exact same thing for me. At least I thought. They couldn't give me a good scan, though. They couldn't see exactly where they are and how far they're down, how much pain I should be looking forward to and when. So they're like, okay, go to this place to get some imaging done. It's noonish now, it's 11:30, we'll get you a 3 o'clock appointment. Bingity-bangity-boom, and we'll know what's going on there. Well, 20 minutes away from this place, as I'm driving, I get a phone call. And I'm driving. I'm not answering the phone. I'm a fucking responsible adult. I get there, start filling out the paperwork, and the receptionist tells me, oh, it wasn't approved. So I just drove for like 20 minutes for nothing. And they never got back to me. And fuck them.
Fuck those fuckers.
Fuck the entire health insurance system, but specifically the ones that I'm paying monthly for.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck them hard.
Trash
Of
bags.
course, fuck the Tangerine Palpatine.
Fuck Xfinity. I was so stoked to watch the Super Bowl in 4K, and because the picture was beautiful, but the audio kept cutting out. So fuck you, Xfinity.
What'd you watch it on? Like what?
Fox. Fox has a 4K channel.
We watched it on Tubi.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. The audio kept cutting out, and I'm like, even though I could give two shits of what Tom Brady says, I wanted to hear the commercials.
It was the Fox broadcast, so apparently Fox's broadcast to another system was better than their own broadcast.
There were Tubi commercials. I was like shocked. There was like two Tubi commercials.
They're balls deep with each other now. I wouldn't be surprised if like Disney is buying parts of Tubi now.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, any other nerds? Because I got a nerd.
I have two nerds. One, all the federal judges for putting the fucking hammer down on shit. You can't just dismantle stuff. That's not how it works. My other nerd of the week is my lovely wife. So I had orders. Because, it's Valentine's week. And being as under the weather as I was this morning, especially, she was like, look, clearly you cannot make this stuff. That would be a terrible idea. It's a good call, but it's got to get done. She goes, just walk me through it. And she did great.
So what you're saying is it's now a 2-person conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Twice as many orders now. Business is growing.
So, bravo.
Mine's not a personal nerd, but the night of the Super Bowl or the night after, a picture got posted online from inside a plane where everyone was watching the game on the TVs, on the seat backs, except for one guy who decided to watch Revenge of the Sith while everyone was...
I saw that.
And that's just... Come on, bro. Way to be an individual. Watch a 20-year-old movie.
That's pretty funny.
While the Chiefs are getting shellacked. Okay. If there's nothing further, let's start the landing process.
All right. As always, if you like what you hear, you can like us on Facebook.com/nerdities. Follow us on Twitter @nerdities. Email us at nerdities@gmail.com and check out nerdities.com.
While you're there, fuck you. Go to prowrestlingtees.com/nerdities. Buy your sweet-ass t-shirts. And then, I know you probably, fucked up Valentine's Day. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you're just like, I'm alone. I don't have anything for Valentine's Day. And to that I say, no, pamper yourself. Go to sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com. CINNFUL, creationsbyjustin.com. And get some sweet treats. It's good for you. In moderation.
Check us out on youtube.com, youtube.com/nerdities. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to all things nerdities. And don't forget to ring the bell to get notified when new content is coming, because it's 2025 now, and a whole lot of new content is coming, including the final installment of the Joe trilogy entitled The Justice League. And stay tuned. Every month we're doing fun trivia live on YouTube. Remember, there are audience participation prizes.
I got prizes. All the prizes. I said I got tons of prizes. I have literally a whole fucking box of prizes.
So remember to hit that bell. You get a little notification say, hey, Nerdy is going live this day. Our next one is February 25th, 8 p.m. Eastern. We have the second season of Nerd ETs, our cooking show. We also... we know we're going to do a Halloween special and a Christmas special, and another list that's going to probably be crazier and crazier and crazier. We also have a feature film in the works. We need money. Budgets are good. Money means a higher production value, and cameras are expensive. So write to us at nerdies@gmail.com. We'll croon, we'll swoon, we'll talk about your business and our product.
So, about that list. We had voted on the last list show back in December that we were going to do actors and actresses. Throwing that out the window. We're not doing that now. What we are going to do is an idea that I had for a tournament that I was telling Mike about, but it's clearly going to be too big to do as a tournament. There he is. Yeah. We are going to be doing, for the next Big List show for the holiday season, the 100 greatest movie quotes of all time.
Fuck.
There's no fucking way.
Yes, fucking way.
No, we said we were doing best actors.
Yeah, you missed the part where I said, well, I'm throwing that out the window.
Well, you don't get to do that.
I did.
We voted on best actors as a group.
Yeah.
Oh, riddle me this, riddle me that.
I'm just
who
gonna,
likes to vote and who doesn't?
It's right here. I signed an executive order, so it's movie quotes now. I brought James on to go through like Nerdity's voting processes, which I think were just rigged anyway. So now,
dude, you're in this administration, and you don't even realize that you're bringing a teenager to like administer shit. Sounds a lot like Doge.
Hey, Kyle. Ricky.
I want you to explain to me and the listeners at the same time how we're going to run a show of 100 quotes when we get to veto each other's choices.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, ain't it?
No, it's not going to be fun. You know why? Because only 2 people are actually going to have 100 when they come to the table.
Yeah.
I know 100 off the top of my head. I don't even need a list.
Like for example, some of us struggle to name 100 musicians. Some of us struggle to name 100 movies. So, trying to name 100 quotes is going to be fucking impossible.
I disagree.
Yeah, I see.
Too many.
For one, I know you're talking about me and Joe specifically because, let's face it, I'm more prepared than Joe, but I understand where Joe comes from. So, I like about 7 movies, and I can name 30 quotes in each movie. That gives me 210 quotes.
There you go.
Okay, good math. But
there you go.
But the key here is that for each one of these things, they're not going to be, most of them, a 3-word quote. You're going to have to read a full sentence or more.
Good.
And then get rejected and have to read another sentence or more and then get rejected.
But,
you betcha.
And then have to read another sentence or more and hope it gets through.
I am going to limit the vetoes to 1 veto per person this time.
Nice.
This is a terrible idea.
He's not just doing this for himself.
I hope that this is a joke.
No.
You think it's a joke?
It's not a joke.
I hope that you're pranking me.
I'm not pranking you at all.
I'm going to spend the rest of the time that we are together from now until when that show is supposed to be recorded convincing you that show is a terrible idea. You're not going to convince me that it's a good idea.
Pravdo.
Because it's not.
Pravdo, you like this idea better than the actors, actresses, don't you? It's way more on brand.
It will be very entertaining.
Very entertaining.
It will be very entertaining. It's going to be...
That's not an answer, Joe.
This would be a better concept for each of us to compile our own list and release them as posts to the internet.
No. Yeah. See, you kind of get to do that by compiling your own list and then battling it out to make the 100 greatest.
Well, I, for one, think it's very nice.
Vinny's on board.
I don't know why.
Okay,
I'm actually sitting here in awe that Mike is even on board.
I'm not completely on board. I do agree. This is going to be a clusterfuck.
It's going to be a terrible experience.
You're going to come in with 200 quotes. You're going to go crazy organizing them.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to be good for you.
It's going to be I don't need that many. It's just going to be a terrible experience. There's going to be less overlap with movie quotes, so I don't have to worry about anybody stealing mine. So I'll have less. At the same time.
What's your dream in this life?
It's going to be miserable.
Leotard?
Pravdo.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
I like it. I do like it.
So,
At the actors and actresses thing.
Actors and actresses would have been fine, but it would have been boring as fuck.
I think this would be a lot more entertaining because I don't know, 1 veto is...
And only 1 veto. You can only stop 1 fucking quote.
Strictly movies, no television shows.
Strictly movies.
Strictly ballroom.
I hate that movie.
All right.
It would be interesting.
I'm done with all of you. I'm only kind of joking.
You remind me a lot like my father. I hated my father. I got these scars. Do you want to know how I got them? When I got them?
A good night, gentlemen.
Do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning?
Oh my God! There's no fucking way I'm going on that show.
You never
It's
put a
not
Roman
happening.
candle in a bullfrog's ass?
Have James pick my 20 for me.
It's gonna be so good.
Who's Caduce? Who's Cadence? With or without the something?
Whistling,
The opinions
kitty
of the
chasers.
nerds
Without the scooter stick.
are idiotic and poorly thought out.
Nice.
Don't worry, next week's will be far more insulting.
Fuck
I don't think I need a list.
Because of the end of civilization, the Clamp Cable Network now leaves the air. We hope you have enjoyed our programming, but more importantly, we hope you have enjoyed life.